Hey art lovers, welcome back to another process video. It's the end of February, and for this piece I wanted to do something in celebration of the Chinese New Year. Now, as many of you may know, one of my favorite parts of my painting process, beyond the actual painting, is doing the research. Now, in my research, I learned that the official start date for the Chinese New Year is February 16th of this year, and then celebration continues throughout March 2nd, which ends with the Lantern Festival. 2018 is the year of the dog, so I thought this might be the perfect opportunity to do a food dog piece. It actually started out as kind of a little abstract ink splatter thing that I did. I kind of visualized this girl riding a giant dog. Now, again, after doing some research, I realized that the food dog is not a dog at all. It's actually an ancient lion. And these lions were supposed to be kind of figures that protected the household and protected the people inside of it. So I went ahead and scrapped my giant dog idea and replaced it with a giant food dog lion. But since I still did want to include some of the characteristics of someone born in the year of the dog, I tried to include things like the lucky color is green, red, and gold. Emeralds are a very positive stone. People born in the year of the dog are said to be very loyal. So once I did all this research and found out kind of all of these different aspects of someone born in the year of the dog, I kind of created a little bit of a story in my mind. So the second half of this video will kind of be me, I guess, reciting a little story that I created for this piece. Now, before I get into the story, I'll just go over what I used to create this piece. I used my same Winsor Newton 24 pan watercolor set, my Micron pens for the line art, and then the Finetec Mica metallic watercolor palette. And for those of you looking to work on wood, I recommend being very careful about your water application. I ran into the problem where I would put a layer down and then it looked dry, but when I went to apply a second layer, I guess like the wood is so absorbent that the underlayer wasn't entirely dry, so I was lifting the paint very easily. So you just have to be careful that your layers are very dry. And once I got around to this point, I kind of got a better hang of how to apply the layers and how to blend them into each other. Now, this is definitely something new that I'm trying out. So if you're not into storytelling or hearing stories and you just want to watch me paint, feel free to mute the audio. It's something that I've been wanting to try. Generally, when I'm creating a painting, lots of different stories and themes come into mind during the painting process. So I thought it might just be interesting for you guys to hear kind of the story that my mind created as I was going through this whole process. Again, if it's not your cup of tea, feel free to mute me. In my story, the Imperial Guardians are giant lions made of enchanted stone that come to life only when the royal family and home are threatened. Once the danger has cleared, a spell returns them to their stone posts. In a protective cycle, they await the next threat. On the night of the Lantern Festival in the Year of the Dog, the Imperial family hosts a party for a group of trusted friends and allies. In a centuries-old tradition, the entire kingdom celebrates while they watch from the safety of the royal garden. But amongst friends, family, and festivities, a cloaked figure stands chanting in the night. As the joyful music stops, demons rise in horrifying silence, and the cloaked man whispers, "All but the dwelling." Demons strike out, attacking the royal family and their guests, and with that, the eyes of the stone guardian, Yin, flash to life. With a mighty roar, she springs forward to protect them. The treacherous cloaked man laughs, for he knows that the Yang Guardian's eyes will not glow until the home is threatened. So she fights alone, destroying demon after demon, but there are too many. Although she is fierce, she cannot fight such evil alone. In a last effort, Yin throws a lantern toward the home, and it rolls to the feet of her still frozen guardian mate. As the flames slowly rise around the statue, and the home behind him begins to burn, the guardian's eyes flash to life as he watches his mate fall to the ground one last time. Yang springs forward with a mighty roar, ready to defend his love and his home. But by then, the cloaked figure is gone, and the demons attack the kingdom below. Surrounded by death, with no one left to fight or fight for, he turns to see his home engulfed in flames. In shock, he looks down at his mate near death, thinking, "I failed you. I failed to protect our home." She replies, "My love, the only home you have left to protect is in each other." With that, she moves her massive paw to reveal a small child, the sole survivor of the royal family. Yin drops her head and returns to stone for the very last time. Time passes. 12 years of chaos fall upon the kingdom. With no physical dwelling to complete the spell cycle, the guardian and the girl move from place to place, training, fighting demons, and patiently planning. In the Year of the Dog, they will defeat the treacherous cloaked man, seek justice for those lost to them, and restore peace to the kingdom. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my little story. Next, I'll be showing you a little recap of how my 2 art shows went. The most recent one was the Pancakes and Booze art show. It was awesome. I love doing this show every time I do it. It's great to meet so many artists and so many people who love art. There's always great music and free pancakes and cheap booze. This was my display and just how I had it all up on the wall. Here's the skateboard hanging. And here are some of the other artworks that I just fell in love with. I of course had to take home a few little goodies for myself, so I got some really awesome gemstones. You can never have too much labradorite. and got some really great prints from some of the artists that were next to me. Now, the show that I did earlier on in the month was the Art Diary Showcase. Again, a lot of really great artists. This was a small work salon, so everyone's pieces were no larger than 10 inches. It was a part of the Zaubi Art Center, so there was also a lot of other floors worth of small galleries, and here are some of the images and artworks that I found in that gallery as well. Now, because this show also happened on February 16th, right at the beginning of the Chinese New Year, we were able to see the awesome Chinese dragon roaming the halls and kind of giving us all good luck for the rest of the year. I really hope you all enjoyed my process and this little look into my, artist life. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!